Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to the next in the series of Finding the Rune Within. This week we are doing the rune Raido. Hope you enjoy. So welcome to this week's video, and it is on the rune Raido. Raido, the Traveller's Rune. It is actually the rider, and so we can call upon the goddess Sunna. You can say it either way. You can say Sunni, I think, and Sunna, but I always say Sunna. Sooner or later, it's easy to remember, but she's the goddess, beautiful golden goddess, who draws the chariot. She's on the chariot and she draws the sun across the sky, and she has a beautiful horse that draws the chariot, and so she is the goddess really of this rune. And so because Sunna is the goddess and she will be in this, we will be doing it in the pathworking in a little while's time. It actually means journey, wheel. Well, the wheel of the year turns, doesn't it? So it's something that isn't stagnated, it moves, which is like our lives. Our lives move. So when we have a problem in our life, we have to make decisions. We have to take what pathways that we think is the correct one to take, which can always be a problem because you don't know if you're taking the right one. Now, it also depicts a beautiful colour, bright red, as you can see from the altar. A lot of the runes seem to have red in, but this I think is great because you get all colours in the sun. You get gold and yellow and white and maybe tinges of red. So it's a very short and sweet type of rune, but it's a very powerful rune also. And we will find that out in the pathworking. There's not a lot you can actually say about this particular rune. If you receive it in a reading, it can be because you're going through something at the moment, or it could be that you want to know where you're going to go. Pathways come and go and you have to choose, as I said earlier, and it's not always easy. So it is good to grab that rune and bring it into your existence and ask for the power of it to help you make the right choice. Follow the goddess in the sky as she draws the sun across. And with that, oh, also for the yoga, it's an easy one to do, but what you need to do is stand straight and put your leg to one side and then put your arm like that, and you have that letter R. As I say, when we've done all of them, I will put them all together and we will chant the actual runes as we do it, and it is a very powerful ritual that can be done. But obviously we can't do this until we get to the end of the series, so we can put the whole lot together, and then I'll do a video on that. Something to look forward to, something different, something that you can do once in a blue moon or do regular. I know, like with the Chinese one, I don't know what they call it, is it I Chi or something like that? Maybe someone can tell me below. I'm not very up on the Chinese stuff, So maybe someone who knows about it can let me know. Interesting. But again, they do that every morning, and it's a type of yoga. And it helps to bring those energies into your body. So I'm going to call upon Sunna now, and we're going to ask that she helps bring the truth of Raido through. So, Sunna, goddess of the sky, goddess that brings the sun through every day, we ask that you be present within our path working today, that you show us what Raido actually does mean. And so we call upon you, and we call upon the rune Raido. Thank you that you are with us. Thank you that we will learn through you the meaning of the choices we have to make in our lives. And we ask that you show us the truths. Samotically. Thank you. And so now, my friends, we'll go into the path working. So when you're feeling comfortable, find yourself a nice spot that you are not going to be disturbed. We're going to visit Raido. We're going to find out a little bit more about how Raido applies to us in our lives. Close your eyes. Take deep breath through your nose. Hold. And then let it go through your mouth. Take another breath. And as you do, feel yourself relaxing into a nice feeling where you don't want to be disturbed, where you feel quite happy and relaxed. And as we sink deeper, we find ourselves into the big black emptiness in Aett, before all was created. You open your eyes, there is nothing, but in the distance there is a pinprick of light, and it's coming toward you and growing bigger and bigger. And as it comes close to you, it is the size of a door, and it is the sign for Raido in beautiful bright red colour. You go towards it because you're not frightened now. Now you've done a few journeys, you know that it's not going to hurt you. And so you walk to the sign, to the rune, and you touch it. And as you do, you find yourself in a new realm, in a new place. In front of you, on this beautiful wooded path with trees either side, you see a beautiful chariot with a gorgeous white horse ready for you to board, for you are going on a journey of discovery. You go up to the horse and you touch its nose and stroke it, and it looks at you with joy in its heart and gives a loving feeling to you. You get onto the chariot and you hold the reins, not knowing where it's going to lead you, because ahead of you are 3 pathways. It is a glorious day. The sun is coming up And as you see Sunna in the sky, she looks at you and she pulls the reins and goes, Raya, which means she's about to bring the sun through and she's not going to stop for anyone. You call to her, Raido Sunna. And she looks at you and she says, come, follow me. You start the chariot and you think, but where am I going? Where am I going to go? I don't know what path to take. Now this is something we all have to do in life. We have to choose which pathways we will take. And because of this, we normally do this upon ourselves, but Sunna is there. And she says, follow me. And she takes the one down the middle. And so you go down the middle path. The air is brushing through your skin and your hair because Raido is also the sign for air, for knowledge, for new beginnings, for travellers, for new stories. As you go down this path, you see things that resemble from your life, things that are in your life that you want to change, things that you haven't changed, that have stagnated. And as you go toward them, the pathways branch off and you know that you have to make a decision as to which you will do. But as normal, you carry on straight. You could kick yourselves because you want to change these things, but for some reason fear comes in. Sunna is gliding through the sky and you now have to catch up with her. And another pathway veers off to the left, but you watch where she's going and it takes you on a straight line. So you carry on thinking, I hope I've taken the right path. It's now coming up to what you think is midday because the sun is hot and Sunna has slowed down slightly. And you know that your horse could do with a drink. And you come to this house and you realise it is the home you grew up in as a child. And there are your parents who are no longer alive. But this is a memory. While your horse drinks from the trough, gladly, you take a look around and you realise that your mother and father had to make choices and different pathways. And that had an effect on your life. As a traveller, you can't stay, you have to keep going. But you are realising now that only you can change things. With the help of Raido, with the help of Sunna, you can find the pathways that you need to go down to make things better in your life. The wheels on the chariot are going faster and you feel like you're flying. Sunna carries on, but we go then through a dark forest. You can't see Sunna, she's not there. She's in the sky, but you can't see her because we are in a darkness. And you start to be frightened. Your horse carries on and the chariot carries on, but you are scared because you think you have made a wrong choice by coming down this path. There's nothing you can do but hang on. There's nothing you can do but close your eyes and hope, because hope will get you through a tough situation. All of a sudden you see a pinprick of light and it is showing through the woods and you know you can get there and see Sunna again. As you come to the end, you hear voices shouting at you, don't leave, come back, you'll never get there, it's all in your mind. You know they are voices that are trying to stop you from finding the correct path to journey on, to make your life and those around you's lives much better. As you come through the clearing, you see Sunna, and she is going for it, and she smiles at you and she says, how are you feeling? Within you, you feel the power and the energy of that rune, Raido, the rays of the sun filling you with energy and the confidence to make the choices that you need to as a traveller through your life. You will never forget that feeling of empowerment and the warmth of the sun as it touches you inside. You will never forget Sunna on her chariot with her gorgeous horse as she flies through the sky. Every day you look up, you will see and remember her, and remember the strength that you can get and gain through the particular rune, Raido. Also think of Raido as ray of light, ray, and day, ray of the day. You know you're coming to the end of the journey because Sunna is just really gone fast now, and you can't catch her up. She waves farewell to you and says, I hope you've learnt, my child, I hope you've learnt. With that, you feel happy, that you realise what it's all about and how things won't change themselves. Only the traveller on the right path can change things. And with that, you decide you want to go home. The horse turns as if knowing your thoughts and gallops its way back to the clearing where you found her. As you get off the chariot, you rub her mouth and say thank you, and in your pocket you find a carrot and you give it to this beautiful horse, who gladly eats it. And you step back and touch the symbol Raido, and all disappears, and you are back where you were to start with. And when you're ready, my friends, open your eyes, scrunch your fingers and your toes, bring back life into yourself, and you have found out what Raido means. As I said to you earlier, it is a very short and sweet one, but I love it because it is precise, and it does make you take responsibility for your life and your actions. Whatever pathways you take, wherever it may lead you, you still have a choice, and that choice is the difference between what you need and what you don't need. It also affects those around you. So choice is really the main word of it. Never forget, Ray, Do, ray from the sun, day. And never forget the beautiful goddess who flies through the sky, pulling the sun, so that we have light. And with that, my friends, I'm going to leave it there this week. It was a short and sweet one. And next one will be different, like they all are. So I hope to see you in the next one. I hope you're enjoying the series. Thank you to any new subscribers. I really do appreciate it. Comments down below if you want to know anything, or you want to talk to me about anything, or tell me your stories. I would love to hear some of them. To those returning, thank you also. And I'd like to give a mention out to a channel that I've been following recently, and I think it's a lovely channel, Snapping Moon. Give her a go. And on that subject, if there are any other channels that you would like me to look at, write them below, because I'd like to know what others are doing too. And I do watch lots of channels, but it's nice to have someone tell me of others that I may not have seen. So I'm going to leave it there, as I said a little while ago, because I tend to waffle. And I just want to say thank you guys. Without you, this channel wouldn't exist, because it wouldn't be worth doing. And I'm going to say, wherever you are, whatever time of the day, night or evening it is, I wish you the most happiest day. House of Alang.